Have you ever wondered what it's like to fly on a Boeing 737 MAX 8? Well, join me as I share my thoughts on the experience in this trip report. In this video, I'll be sharing my first time experience flying on a 737 MAX airplane from Vancouver to Toronto with Air Canada. We'll review the very nice Vancouver Airport, the economy seat comfort, check out Air Canada's Inflight Entertainment offering, plus the landing and arrival in Toronto. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm super excited to take you on a journey with one of my favorite airlines, Air Canada. We're going across the country in a Boeing 737 MAX airplane between two of Air Canada's major hubs, Vancouver and Toronto. The issue-plagued 737 MAX aircraft forms the backbone of Air Canada's narrow-body fleet. These are mostly deployed on domestic and US routes. I'm not a fan of narrow-body planes on flights more than 3 hours, but I hadn't flown this aircraft yet, so made an exception. After a few days of enjoying the beautiful city of Vancouver, it was time to head home on a morning departure from Vancouver Airport. You can watch my Vancouver City Tour video at the link above. Vancouver International Airport is known for its clean and modern terminal facilities. It has undergone significant renovations and expansions over the years, making it a comfortable and attractive airport for travelers. The domestic check-in area is bright and airy with warm wood touches and this awesome, huge flight departure board. With no baggage to drop, we proceeded through to the shops and food area and the viewing deck above the food court. This area offers panoramic views across the airport, the North Shore Mountains, as well as Vancouver Island in the distance. I could spend hours here, but it was nearing the time for my flight. So next stop, security. Security was smooth, and we were through quickly. And now we're headed to our gate at the very end of C Pier. Along the way, there are more restaurants and shops, but you also notice how Vancouver is filled with Canadian-themed art and motifs, which is really nice. One thing I appreciate about flying Air Canada is their modern and comfortable airport lounges. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time today to review it, but trust me, they're great for relaxing before your flight. Arriving at our gate C48, I noticed that the boarding had not commenced yet, so I took a walk around to grab a quick breakfast as we would not be receiving a meal today. And here we are, about to board our Air Canada flight. All 40 of Air Canada's 737 MAX 8s are configured with 16 business class seats in a 2-2 layout and 153 economy class seats in a 3-3 layout. My seat today for this transcontinental flight is 13A. This is a great seat with a wonderful view of the engine and wing. I've got to say, Air Canada's 737 cabin is decent. The seat was comfortable, whether you're flying economy or in a premium class. They offer a range of seating options to suit your needs. Our flight pushed back from its gate a few minutes late due to some straggling passengers. The ground crew gave us a wave and the pilots fired up the engines, and under a bright, cloudless morning, we began the long taxi to runway 26 left for departure. Along the way, we passed the remainder of the domestic terminal at Vancouver International Airport. You can see an older 737 from Air North at the gate. In the cargo area, we can see a few Cargojet 767 freighters waiting for their next assignment. As we approached the threshold of runway 26 left, there were no aircraft ahead of us, so the pilots turned onto the runway and hit the throttle. Enjoy the takeoff. After powering into the sky, we began a graceful 180-degree turn to head east to Toronto. The views of the mountains, city, with the shimmering waters of the Georgia Strait were spectacular. You can see the mighty Fraser River below as we head east over the city of Abbotsford. Air Canada's Inflight Entertainment system, with its wide selection of movies, TV shows, and music, has more than enough to keep one busy on a long or short flight. Members of Air Canada's Aeroplan frequent flyer program also have complimentary texting, which is a huge bonus for staying connected with friends and family in the air. One of the best parts of flying over Canada is the breathtaking views you get to witness while traveling over the stunning landscape below. Just look at these mountains. If you're enjoying the trip report, please consider clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Soon the landscape changed to the flat and fertile lands of the prairies. Where farmers produce almost 34 million metric tons of wheat each year. As we progressed further east over the Great Lakes, the clouds began to thicken, and soon we began our descent into Toronto over Tobermory at the northern tip of the Bruce Peninsula. It was a very hot day in the Greater Toronto area, as we can see with the heat haze as we made our base leg turn over the Castlemore area of Brampton. After another sweeping turn, we lined up for final approach into Toronto Pearson's runway 23. With my port side seat, I was treated to a stunning overview of the beautiful city of Toronto. With summer fast approaching, the city looks like a carpet of green, leafy neighborhoods and ravines punctuated by the many high-rises. If you look closely through the haze, you can just make out the CN Tower amongst the skyscrapers in the city center. The CN Tower used to be the tallest in the world before the Burj Khalifa in Dubai came along. Enjoy the landing. After a comfortable flight of 4 hours and 19 minutes, we've arrived at our destination on time. Although it's almost a national pastime in Canada to bash Air Canada, after many flights with them over the years, I think that they're a good airline. Not perfect, mind you, and they definitely have areas where there's room for improvement. From check-in to touchdown, Air Canada provides a solid travel experience. So, if you're planning your next trip to or through Canada, I highly recommend giving them a try. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and be sure to subscribe for more travel content.